Hey everybody, and welcome to the Select Board meeting for Thursday, May 23rd, 2024. I'll call the meeting to order. In attendance, we have Denise, Kevin, Roger, Alec, and myself, and Mr. Eunice. So I guess we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we have the school committee with us tonight, and the first item on the agenda will be the appointment of a new school committee member. So I think I'll have you guys take it away if you'd like.
So I think we have our, the three people who,
Great candidates.
so I think it's, if you guys each want to come up and just tell us a little bit about yourselves so everybody can hear it, that would be helpful, if you wanted to.
Ladies first, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Good evening. My name is Laura Gustafson. I reside at 9 Allen Drive. I am a public school teacher in Swansea, Massachusetts. I've been a resident in Norton for close to 11 years. My daughter is a 7th grade student at Norton Middle School. I have been teaching now, I'm just about to complete my 18th year as a public school teacher. 14 of those years were 2nd grade inclusion. I will be leaving 2nd grade come fall, and I am starting out as a special needs educator in Swansea, which is where I work. Let's see a couple of highlights from my letter. I am also the elementary representative for the Swansea Educators Association, which is our union, and have gone through the negotiation process. So, I feel like that is a beneficial thing, that I will have a lot to offer when it comes to that. I was also the 2nd grade pilot teacher for my school for Home Mifflin into reading. So I know that that is the literacy program that was just adopted for the school district, so I have some knowledge of that. I can't remember what else I talked about, but having a middle school child and having the elementary experience and now having the special ed experience, I feel like having that teacher perspective on the school committee could be a beneficial thing to have. So that kind of covers everything.
Thank
and
you.
I'm fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jason. My name is Jason Moore. I'm sorry. I live at 343 Old Colony Road in Norton, of course. I have to agree with Lori. I'm a teacher. I've been in education or the helping professions for 25 years now. I'm currently a special education teacher in Attleboro, in 5th grade. And I got into this career because there are a lot of people that helped me. I was a learning disabled kid, and there were just all the people that helped me. They just seemed so cool, and I was just like, God, they get to hang out with kids all day. It's like, what a fun job. That's what brought me here. They say you find your calling and you never really work a day in your life. And there's a lot of truth to that. And there's some moments that are daunting. Everybody that's in education knows that. But this has been it's been the best thing I've ever done. I think about working with young people now. Every decision I make, I try and think, is this benefiting the kids that I serve, the families that I serve. It's the big part of it now is everybody's talking about high stakes testing and all that kind of stuff, and I'm always thinking like you can have a perspective on that, but until you sit across from a kid that's really struggling with it, you just don't know. So it's something that I think about a lot. Like you said, and I agree with you, bringing that education, bringing that teacher perspective in, I think is really important. So that said, I also have I have a 2nd grader with JCS. I have a rising sea turtle. She's 2. We call her Hurricane Tilly. And And that's about it. I can't,
Well, we appreciate you coming by.
thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you
Thank
so
you very
much. Thank you. Thank you. Dan?
Good evening, not sure if everybody knows. So, I was a school committee member for 9 years. I've had just about every role there is within the school committee. I'm not an educator. I do thank the other candidates. That is a thankless job in a lot of different ways. But I think personally, myself, I've been in town, 22 years now. 3 children, 2 have completed their education, 1 is finishing up in a couple more years. Been involved in various things within the town, Norton Youth Soccer, things like that. For me, I obviously did run in the election. I was on the short end of a historical Norton tie. Some people have asked me why I didn't do a recount. It was a lot of work for not a lot of guarantees for what the outcome would be, either for or against me. So I think where I kind of look at my role is that veteran leadership on the school committee, which I think we're getting into some challenging times for our current end of school year and next school year and probably the few school years beyond, in a lot of different ways that we don't really need to mention because I think everybody knows what those ways are. So I put my name in the hat because I think there's work to be done, and I don't think the work I was doing is completed yet. So.
Thank you. So I guess at this time, does anybody have any questions for any of the candidates from either of our boards? No?
I do not.
Okay.
All great candidates.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
I
know.
think we agree on that.
I would just like to thank the people who actually took the time to write a letter and say, listen, I want to get involved in the school committee and help out in the town. It's like Dan said, there's a lot of thankless jobs in this town, and I think sometimes sitting on the school committee is one of those things that you guys don't get enough credit for what you do.
Yeah, thank
So,
you.
thank you all for taking the time and participating.
And I think with that said, I mean, a decision will be made tonight, but, with 3 of you sending letters in, I will not be running next year, so there will be an empty seat, just in case anybody didn't know that. But I think it's important to just, keep that in mind, and if it doesn't go a certain way tonight, to maybe put your hat in the ring again next year. It's important to have people who truly want to make a difference, and it'll be my 9th year when I'm done, and it was there were ups and downs, but it was a huge thing to get my kids through, and so I hope, each of you will consider doing this again, depending on what happens tonight. Thank you all. All right, so I know in the past when we've had to do this, we just kind of go around the table. Is that
Do we need a motion? Yeah, there needs to be a motion.
to recommend it?
To recommend it.
Okay, so is
Sure.
there,
I prepared a quick thing here because I think it's important to kind of highlight a few things. First and foremost, and I think everyone on these 2 boards understands, thank you to Lucia Longhurst. I have no idea where this town would be without her expertise in leadership. She's supposed to be retiring, however, she's staying on, I think like 2 or 3 days a week, simply to get us through the next few months, which is huge. Obviously, as kind of Dan alluded to and all of us know, I think the process has kind of been a little wild one, from the election results and hearing the tie all the way to, this point now. It's kind of been educational, and it's kind of been sort of cool, to kind of be a part of Norton history. I think everyone's excited to see this seat be filled. The school committee was designed to be a 5-person board. We need a 5th member. We all know the challenging times ahead for our school and also for the town. I do want to express my deep appreciation and thanks to all 3 candidates for expressing their interest to be appointed to this seat. It truly does take some courage to be involved for a volunteer position and to give back to this community. Like anything in life, decisions have to be made, and I'll be honest. I read these 3 letters, and I think every candidate has strengths that make them great members, and also some weaknesses that will allow them to grow in this role as well. Mrs. Thank you, Gustafson, Mr. Moran. Both have careers in education. They know the daily grind our teachers face. They know the challenges facing public education in Massachusetts. And we could definitely use their experiences to possibly bring a different look to Norton. While Mr. Sheedy obviously has been a part of school committee for 9 years, he wanted this position from the start. He collected signatures to get on the ballot, he campaigned for the position, and he also got 754 of our fellow residents' votes. To me, that's the one piece I just can't overlook. Yes, he tied with Mr. Savas. Yes, he is technically deemed a quote-unquote failure to elect, but I think he's earned the seat, and I think he clearly wanted the seat from the beginning. It's easy to see, as I look to my left and myself, it's easy to see we're a new and somewhat inexperienced board. We have new members in each of the last three election cycles, and our lone veteran right now, Mrs. Cohen, has gone above and beyond in her role as chair over the past year. I think with Dan, we keep another veteran presence on the school committee as what will go into to be uncharted waters in which we'll need to find new and creative ways to navigate. With that being said, I want to thank you to all three candidates. However, I would make the recommendation and / a motion to appoint Dan Sheedy to serve a 1-year term on the Norton School Committee.
Okay, so we have a motion. Do we have a second? I guess we have to do this.
Second?
And then, hold on. Are there any other nominations? Okay, then we have to make a motion. We have to make a motion.
I'll nominate Laura Gustafson.
Is there a second for that nomination? No? Okay, so now,
No second.
okay, so is there a motion to close? I should not be the chair. I failed this class, apparently. Is there a motion to close nominations?
So moved.
Thank you. Now we need a second.
Second.
Okay, so now we get to a vote on, okay, so now we need to take a vote on closing nominations. Audrey? Oh, we don't have to do that? Okay.
All those in
All
favor?
those in favor?
Aye.
This is super stressful. Okay, so now we're back to Dan. Any opposed? Okay, so all those in favor of appointing Dan Sheedy? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you. And I just wanted, so that, we're done with that? Okay. So I just want to reiterate, my thought process is very much like Nick. I just, with me stepping down next year, this is a new board, and I do think that we need some history, on this committee. And that was really the reason for my decision. I just want to make that known, because I really do hope that you guys try this again next year. I really do. It's a great thing to do.
I second that, absolutely.
Yeah.
Madam Chair and Mr. Chair. Yeah, I thought Nick captured it perfectly. So 3 great candidates. I think all 3 of you would do a great job, but the couple of things that Nick mentioned, I think just make Dan the correct choice. So well said, Nick. I thought that was really well.
Yeah.
Well done.
All right, thank you all so much, appreciate it. All right, so I think we're gonna make a motion to adjourn, if you guys are good with that, if I'm doing it correctly.
Fine.
Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Well, we couldn't think it was 9 minutes, right? I'm not doing mine. 100%.
Oh, we're not adjourned yet.
Oh,
You sure?
I would love to, but
make a motion.
this motion is second.
Thank you for the help. Appreciate it, thank you.
Oh, I stole
I'm banging the gavel here.
Have a good night, guys.
Racket.
Bye, guys, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Let's give him a second to pipe down, and then we'll move on.
It's actually cooler outside than it is in here.
Wow, 7-4. Can that turn down?
I can try. You're right, I'll be crafty.
The alarm goes off, we all have to leave.
That's right. There we go.
I didn't teach them, but this was.
Popular.
Yeah, I was in secondary last year.
That was really good. It's everybody. You couldn't see everybody at the school committee.
See how that works.
That was funny.
Well, that doesn't happen.
You can tell we have a really important meeting tonight. All right.
All good to go, John?
Excuse me.
Good man.
All right. Now that that's out of the way, I'm gonna try to get through this without coughing my head off, so. No, okay. It's allergy, I have allergies. I have
Very
allergies.
scooched down, yeah.
I'm actually not sick, it's actually allergy. Okay,
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
so we did the appointment of the school committee, so we have an appointment of the Joint Transportation Planning Group, representative and alternate. Do we have anybody for that?
Yes, so Jared Ferrara from the Highway Department is currently the representative, and I'm the alternate, and we're both willing to serve on that again.
Mr. Chair,
Good.
I'll make a motion to appoint Jared Ferrara as the representative and Mike Units as the alternate to the Joint Transportation Planning Group for serving.
Second.
All right, motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, excellent. Now we have a vote to change Frank Durant from permanent member to alternate member of the Recreation Committee. Do we know why Frank wants to change? Is he, I know he had a work thing before.
Right.
Okay, same thing?
Same thing.
Okay.
I felt like you just did that, no?
He was the director, right, for a while? Yeah, and he did a fantastic job.
Okay.
So I'm just glad he's staying on in any capacity because he's fantastic.
He was the director before.
Do we need a motion for that, or?
Yeah.
Mr. Chair? I make a motion to change Frank Durant from a permanent member to alternate member of the Recreation Commission.
Second. Okay, motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. And we have some minutes from May 2nd. These were quite a few to get through. Did everybody get a chance to look through them? We actually, okay, we have May 2nd and May 9th.
Yep.
Okay. All right, anybody have changes, additions, corrections? If not, I'll look for a motion to approve both of those dates, the May 2nd and May 9th minutes.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the select board minutes for May 2nd, 2024 and May 9th, 2024.
Second. Okay, motion and a second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right. So next up, we have licenses and permits. Vote to approve the mobile food truck vendor application of FJ Burgers LLC, doing business as Fat Johnny's Burgers and Bites. Go ahead.
So we have the owner here to tell us about his operation.
Yeah. And he didn't bring samples?
Willingly?
Right, no, is the truck outside?
No, it's not outside.
Oh, then I don't know, hold on.
I'm sure you guys all know me. I'm John Harrop. I also serve as the Assistant Superintendent for Water and Sewer. Happy to announce I won't be fielding any water calls or questions tonight, so don't ask. I'm starting a food cart. It's not a truck, it's a pull-behind trailer. I'll be opening at 4 Scott Drive, which is Tina's Little Angels, across from CVS, on Saturdays to start. I have no intention of leaving my position with the town, but if it was something that became more popular, I would consider hiring help to help me run it during the week, things like that. It's been a lifelong dream. Some people sell lemonade on the side of the road. I used to sell hamburgers and hot dogs when I was 10 years old. So something I've always wanted to do. And I feel like it's a niche that Norton needs filling. There's really nowhere in town to get a cheeseburger and fries that's not McDonald's or a sit-down restaurant. So, and it's something I'm very passionate about. So this is the last hurdle to cross, and I'm hoping you you guys will look favorably on it.
The prices look pretty good too.
Yeah, well, at least to start, I wanna get in there, and, if I need to increase, I will, but I want it to be affordable and be a place that everyone in the community and families wants to go to, and, I've always gone, not in this town, but I've always gone to Tex Prairie's Coney Island and Attleboro. It was a great childhood memory of mine going there with my grandfather, and I've always wanted to do it since. So yeah.
All right, excellent. Anybody have any questions?
I've got a couple of questions for you, if you don't mind.
Uh-oh.
No, they're all good questions, nothing hard. I'm looking at your hours of operation, and it looks like you're gonna open at 11 to 7 most days except for Friday.
Mhm.
Is that what you're gonna, what the
So,
plan is?
so my plan right now is to only be open Saturdays. If it's popular and the townspeople let me know that they're interested in it more days, I'd be very interested in having, I have 4 in-law siblings that would be interested in working there and so on. So I would be interested in maybe hiring some help to help me run it during the week. And those would probably be the hours, but
Okay.
the immediate plans is to just be open Saturday.
And are you gonna be in there by yourself, or are you having help with you?
Right now, I have some family members that are gonna help me, but I don't intend on having more than any, other than maybe my in-law helping me during the Saturdays, yeah. My brother-in-law, yeah.
I believe you're absolutely right, that it's something that the town could use, and it's a niche that I think that needs to be filled.
Thank you.
Well said, yeah.
If you want to expand the hours past the Saturdays, could you still do, you couldn't do it, is that operational?
So I have talked to Tina about that, and I shout out to her. She has been extremely helpful, extremely helpful in this whole process. Very easy to work with. She told me that she's not opposed to me being open in that location. She has parking in the rear. She said basically the parking up front is just for her staff. So she said that if that was something I wanted to do, she would be open to it.
Oh, great.
And I figured being in a location that has parking and plenty of room is the way to go. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to setting up at the town common. I know other carts and trucks have done that before, but having a place with parking and permanent power and a good location is something that appeals to me.
Traffic is an issue with
Yes.
common, for
Yeah.
sure.
And you'd leave it there the whole time, or would you pull it back and forth each Saturday?
To start, I would pull it back. I would pull it back and forth each Saturday. Yeah, that's the plan right now. I mean, I would be parking it very, very close by. I have a friend who has a lot and he let me park there. So,
Excellent. Yep. Okay, anything else, guys? Okay.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve the mobile food truck vendor application for FJ Burgers LLC, doing business as Fat Johnny's Burgers and Bites.
Second.
All right, motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right.
thank you very much.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck, John.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Looking forward to trying it.
When are you
See
open?
my husband.
Since this passed, June 8th. Opening day is June 8th.
Good, mark it down.
Good luck, John.
Yeah, good
Good
luck.
luck.
Congrats. All right, we're on to announcements.
So, Mr. Chair, the Memorial Day Parade schedule is 10 o'clock on this coming Monday, the 27th. We have a slightly different route than our former route. We're going to be going out the access road at the high school, coming out onto West Main Street, closer to Freeman Street than the entrance down at Yelp School. So we're going to be going down the road, West Main Street, stopping at the Cannon again will be our first stop, turn around, have a small ceremony there, stop at the Common for the main ceremony, and then stop at the Trent Memorial for a ceremony as well, and then continue back, and we're going to end at the Yale School as well. And just as a secondary note, if there are any veterans out there who are looking to participate, they can contact me or they can contact the VFW, and we'd love to have you participate.
Absolutely. And I don't think it was mentioned before, but the board is welcome to walk
The board is not only welcome, but encouraged to attend and march in the parade. We'd love to have the whole board there, if possible. So as far as the second one here, the community outreach meeting for the proposed adult use marijuana product manufacturing, I'm going to need some help with that announcement. So I'm not sure exactly what their plan is or how that's going to work out.
I think, do you just read this? Do you have this, Roger?
I have that. Do you want me to read the whole thing or?
At least the first few paragraphs.
So the purpose of, so notice is hereby given that TM Norton LLC will hold a virtual community outreach meeting for the purpose of adult use marijuana product manufacturing establishment on Thursday, June 8th, 2024 at 6:30. Participants may choose to attend the meeting either online or by telephone. The purpose of this public meeting is to provide interested parties with an opportunity to ask questions and receive answers from company representatives about the proposed facility and operations. The proposed site is at 394 Old Colony Road, Unit B, rear, Norton, Mass. That enough?
Excellent.
Perfect. I would, did you, oh, that's fine.
And this is, Mr. Chair.
Yep.
And this is a required public hearing meeting that they have to have.
From the Massachusetts Kansas.
From the CCC.
Yeah, I think they've gone through all the planning and everything else. Public meeting, sorry.
Yep.
Okay, so, Mr. Chair, Mr. Eunice, is this gonna be posted online because it has the link for the,
Yeah, we'll put it up on our site.
all right.
Okay, any other announcements? Okay, on to new business. We have the presentation of the Pride Proclamation. Does somebody have a copy of that to read?
I'll read it if you'd like me to.
Sure.
The Town of Norton Proclamation, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer LGBTQ+ Pride Month, June 2024. Whereas the Town of Norton is a welcoming community and an exceptional place to live, learn, work, play, and raise a family. And whereas Norton recognizes the importance of equality and freedom. And whereas the nation was founded upon and is guided by a set of principles that includes that every person has been created equal, that each has rights to their life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, and that each has been accorded the full recognition and protection of the law. And whereas the Town of Norton lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer community are a vital part of all fields and professions and contribute to a stronger community. And whereas the Town of Norton is dedicated to fostering acceptance of all its citizens and preventing discrimination and bullying based on sexual orientation and gender identity. And whereas Norton is strengthened by and thrives upon the rich diversity of ethnic, cultural, racial, gender, and sexual identities of its residents, all of which contribute to the vibrant character of our town. And whereas the Centers for Disease Control recognizes the LGBTQ+ teens are at higher risk to be the victims of violence and have increased suicide rates. And whereas it is imperative that young people in the community, regardless of sexual orientation or gender identity, feel valued, safe, empowered, and supported by their peers, educators, and community leaders. Now therefore, we the Select Board, on behalf of the Town of Norton, hereby proclaim and recognize June 2024 as Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender, and Queer Pride Month in the Town of Norton, and we recognize the resilience and determination of the many individuals who are fighting to live freely and authentically. In doing so, they are opening hearts and minds and laying the foundation for a more just and equitable town.
Excellent, thank you, Roger.
Do we need to sign that?
Yeah, it's going down, passing it down. Got it.
Mr. Chair, do we need to make a motion to accept the proclamation?
No, I think because we last year we did it as in perpetuity.
Okay,
I believe,
we did
right?
that?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's every year it's going to be a proclamation. Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Okay. Next up, we have the discussion and/or vote on select board summer meeting schedule. So I'm open for thoughts, everyone. I know what we did last year was, what, once a month?
At the beach.
That'd be different.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead, Patrick.
I would not be opposed to that, but I would suggest that we wait till after any elections that are being held or that are going to be held are held, that we don't start that once a month schedule until after those elections are held, in case there are issues that come up that we need to deal with.
Right. I think we say once a month, but obviously we would schedule anything we needed to in between, right?
Yeah, I think at one point we had to schedule a couple last year.
Last year
in between.
too, yeah.
I don't know what that is. So, yeah.
When we say the summer months, I'm sorry, new to the game.
No, that's okay. So June,
How
July,
far
August.
into the,
Just 3 months, June, July, August.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think we already have 2 scheduled in June anyways, I believe. So I think we'll schedule 1 for July, 1 for August, and if for any reason we can combine those 2 in June, we will. I don't think we can, but, you know, obviously if there's a public hearing that has to come up, we'll deal with it at that point, but I'd like to keep it lighter in the summer at least. Especially after this contentious past couple months and next month.
I could use a breath.
Oh, you're just getting started. Get out of here.
Roger, there's one more.
You don't get a break for a year at least.
So like in July, the 4th is a Thursday.
Okay, so let's do the 4th.
So you probably would
It'll cut down on the crowd.
probably July 11th.
Yeah, so do you want to set them? What do we have for June? We have the 6th and the 20th, so I think we should keep those, and if we can get rid of one, we can. Why don't we keep the 18th of July? That's already on the schedule, I think. If that's okay with everybody, I want to,
Yeah, that's
sure.
fine.
That's fine.
Fine with me.
yeah. And then the 15th of August, that's right in the middle.
I will not be here.
And just Mr. Chair,
Go ahead.
how much notice do you have to give if something comes up and we have to call it?
48 hours.
You 48,
Okay, yeah.
an agenda within 48 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, this is more to get our schedules in line for vacations, things like
Yep.
that, yeah.
So is that?
Do you want to
Excuse me. So Alec is not available on the 15th of August. Is there anybody else that have a conflict around then?
do, no.
I will not be available on the, whatever that next week is, the 22nd.
Do you want to be the 8th? You'll be in.
Okay, we can do the 8th.
I can do the 8th.
Okay, we can do the 8th. Yeah, actually, around the 15th is when my grandson is supposed to be born, so.
Ah.
So I will not be calling in like I did with my son.
Rampy, Peacock.
I'm too young for that.
I'm trying to publish the lead.
You think so?
Yeah, we can adjust this if we need to, but just, we'll put it in temporarily if that's fine with everybody.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right, excellent. So the paper contract, I heard we're holding on that, or?
Nope,
Oh,
paper
yeah.
we can do. So you have in front of you, this is the Southeast Regional Services Group paper contract, and actually pretty good this year. So on that first page, there's 3 items. The first one went down 22%, the second one went down 22%, and the third one went down 13%.
Really?
And on the second page, 20%, 17%, 20%, and 11%, all reductions. The light card stock went up 2%. The next one, the 96 brightness paper went down 12%. The next white 8.5 by 14 went up 8%. And the white 11 by 17 went up 4%. And on the last page, the first one went down 20%. The 20-pound bond paper actually went up 48%, but I don't know who uses the 2 cartons, but we only get 2 cartons. The colored paper went up 2%, and the assorted colors went up 2%, but a lot of them went down quite a bit, so that was pretty good.
Didn't expect anything going down. That's
So
good news.
I ask that you vote to approve the award to WB Mason and authorize me to sign any contracts that have to be done for that.
Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, it's Mr. Chair. Mike, is this the same pricing that every town in the SERCSG gets? It is.
Yes.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead.
did we get prices from anybody else?
Never. Not for paper. It's always WB Mason. He worked really hard this year to try and get Staples to bid, and some other companies, but
Really?
paper is, even Staples admitted, it's a dying part of their business. They get more into cleaning chemicals and supplies than office supplies. 'Cause they're just going digital.
I
so.
still print everything in my office.
Mr. Chair?
Go ahead.
I make a motion that we accept a contract from WB Mason for the paper contract and allow Mr. Units to sign any contracts that connected to that.
Second. Okay, motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, excellent. Okay, next up is discussion on request to exercise right of first refusal for horticultural recreational use, Chapter 61A, Section 9, regarding Assessor's Parcel ID 11-28-00 Lennon Street.
So, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
So this is just more or less a correction. When you voted before, the attorney had given us the request, and he referred to Assessor's Lot 9-12 and Lot A, B, C, and D that were on the Form A draft preliminary plan, rather than refer to Lot 9-03 that they are all made out of. So this is just to clarify. And it's still the same, no other departments want us to take the parcel. So I ask again that you vote to not exercise your right of first refusal.
All right, any questions?
Mr. Chair, to Mike, this is all done through Henry Souza's office?
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions? Okay.
I'll just make a motion to not exercise the right of first refusal of recreational use, Chapter 61A, regarding Lot 9-03 on Lot 9-12 on Assessor's Map 29.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, To not, to what?
Can you do it?
So wait, hold on. We might have to do to waive the right of first refusal. That might have
To
to
not exercise the first right of first.
So to waive it, because it's going to be in the policy. It's so confusing. Right? Right? Does that make
Or
sense?
to not exercise.
Well, if we,
Okay,
if we
so
don't
that's fine.
exercise it,
Okay.
but
So his
that's
motion
for
was to not exercise, so yeah.
that was
that
number
should work.
4, so number 5, that's a different parcel ID.
I think that's this one.
Yep, that's a different.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I think I read number 1. I read number 5 first, didn't I?
No, you didn't. We read that. You read that.
I think I read the second one.
All right, so here we go. So Leonard Street is the one that Joe Souza did.
did vote.
He did both of them.
He did.
Yeah.
See, I have Viera and Virginia Filippo,
Well, he's part of it, but
Frank
Souza
Wright.
was on it too.
lot 9, 7, 3. Okay. all
So
right.
let's just make this clean. Let's do the first one. Do number 4 first again. So I'll look for a motion to waive the right of first refusal of recreational use, chapter 61A, regarding lot 9-03 on lot 9-12 on assessor's map 29.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. So the next one would be, I'll look for a motion to waive the right of first refusal of horticultural recreational use, chapter 61A, section 9, regarding assessor's parcel ID 11-28-00 Leonard Street.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I think that cleaned it up. All right, and is this the one that we're skipping, the janitorial?
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna skip number 6
Yeah,
here.
just I'll say on that, we actually got 9 bids in, which is all.
I saw that there was a whole bunch of people in the lunchroom.
Yesterday, yeah, so we've got some stuff to go through on those before it's too rushed to try and get it done tonight.
So do we need to make a motion to, just not take any action?
Right.
No action.
Choices are always good.
9.
Any other business? It's light out still, my goodness. Any other business not anticipated within 48 hours? Okay.
No, I don't think.
Okay, old business, discussion, vote, and/or revote, we've been on this, on town meeting logistics and special town election. Is there any updates on that? Is it, or do we just put that on there just to make sure that?
Yeah, I'll just give you updates, just to remind everyone, town meeting is at 6 o'clock on Monday, Tuesday, excuse me, the Tuesday after Memorial Day, next Tuesday, the 28th, and you can come and register at 4, starting at 4. You'll be handed a packet. Lucia and her volunteers have filled bags at the town hall that has the warrant and materials for the meeting for everybody. So you could come in and register early at 4 and leave and come back again, but you have to bring everything you get when you register back with you. You can't forget it. And the meeting will start at 6, and the moderator has deputy moderators for each room. And he'll also have someone out front, and whoever, he'll be signifying who is the last person in line at 6 o'clock. And when that person is registered, the meeting will start. And the main room will be the gym, will be filled first, then the auditorium, then the cafeteria. And there's parking at the high school, the Yale, the senior center, and satellite at St. Mary's.
And we have 2 shuttles going, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
Mr. Chair?
Go ahead.
And just because I've been seeing this, not just with our town meeting, but also at Easton's town meeting recently, people were wondering, do they have to be there when the meeting starts? And the answer is no, you can come at any time. You do not have to be there when the meeting starts or in line at 6 or whatever. You can come halfway through if you want. So just so folks know that.
I did want to add that Jack put out there, I know we put it on Facebook, that the town meeting is likely going to go 2 nights. And anything that is completed that first night is not going to be up for reconsideration the next night. So if all the budgets get through on the first night, people shouldn't show up the second night thinking they're going to reconsider it, because it's not going to happen. So I just want to make sure that's clear, because that'll probably make the second night a lot less congested.
Yeah.
Right, and we don't have enough money to have 2 of those meetings. I mean, we're up to like.
We're up to quite a lot. I heard the AV alone is what, 25,000?
Yeah, we're over $36,000 for this meeting.
That's minimal, yeah.
And then, sorry, Mr. Chair. And then if it is continued to a second night, we're looking at the following Monday. Okay.
So from what I get from Jack, and I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he did say he would like to get through the regular town meeting the first night, and then the special town meeting on the second night, if possible. You know, anything could change, but I think that was his intention, right? From what he said.
Yeah, I mean, the special's only 2 articles, so.
Yeah.
The prior year bill and 1 other article.
I say let's get it done in one night. Let's do it. Out of there at 9:30. All right.
Possible?
7 goals.
Possible.
Okay.
7 goals.
Gotta have a goal. All right. All right, anything else on that, guys? And no vote or e-vote, Rich? I'll use it. All right. So I love this one. Select Board's report and mail. Roger, go ahead. Unless-
So I just want to recognize the VFW for donating the flag, the pole, and the stand to the Housing Authority to be used in their community room so that if any department, any board has a meeting in here, there's a flag available to them, and it's going to stay here. Even after we have our new place, this is going to stay here in their community room so they can use it however they see fit.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Very nice.
Thanks to the
Very nice.
VFW.
Yeah, thanks to VFW and Gary, absolutely.
Yep.
For sure. Does anyone else have the report and mail?
What was this in this folder?
Oh, I don't know.
Is that what was that?
I think it was just your mail.
Just
Jim, yeah.
the chief is in office.
I just had one thing, if I
Yeah.
could, under town manager. I just wanted to congratulate Beth Rossi on a grant that she received from the Attorney General's office to help with people with their utility bills, their heating bills. There were only 11 awarded, and most of them are like large organizations. There were only 2 towns that received these grants, the town of Dartmouth and the town of Norton. So
Really?
want to thank Beth and her staff for the work they did on that.
A follow-up on that, I would like to just say that I think Beth is one of the unsung heroes in our town.
Oh.
There are...
That's an understatement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are so many people in our town who can thank Beth for just having the ability to live. So, thank you to Beth.
Yeah.
Mike, just a quick question. How much was that for? Is that on top of what you announced last time?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. I think it was 20,000, something in that area.
That's excellent.
And how she finds the time to write grants and
Yeah.
apply for grants on top of everything else she does is beyond.
You try to follow along?
No,
She's
she's like a water bug.
If I had somebody like her working for me, I could retire easily. All right, I approve the warrants as written, and we are at my favorite part of the night.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead.
before we adjourn, I'd just like to acknowledge that Peter made it to the meeting. Thank you.
Wonder where you.
So acknowledged.
I was at the boys softball and the girls lacrosse games, and they both won.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so now,
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right,
Love you.
we're adjourned.